So I want you guys to know, and you guys can talk among yourselves out there in that world better than I can, but we leave our, just so everybody knows, we leave our MySpace page wide open for anybody to post whatever. So people are all the time coming to me going, wow, whoever's watching your MySpace page should keep some of that trash out there. And I'm going, you know what? Any publicity, any time that you've got people talking about you, you have a huge voice. And my publicist told me that I have one of the biggest voices in this decade. So I heard an interview with Kid Rock the other day, and though he says very little, you know, though I take very little lead from him ever, he still said something that made a lot of sense to me, and that is that if Jesus Christ came back tomorrow and saved everybody on the planet and said, you're all forgiven and you'll live forever, when they posted that on a website somewhere, the first blog underneath it would be, JC's a douchebag. Okay? The way that works is you can't be flattered into thinking that they're just talking about you. They hate everybody equally. There's haters for everybody across the board. So when you stand up and take a side, they're going to take their shot at you. And most of these headlines, you must believe these trite words more so than ever, and that is, don't believe everything you read because it is such trash. It is such trash. It is. I'm going to give you a prime example. Give you a prime example. 6 years ago, it's all agenda driven. 6 years ago, me and Willie Nelson had a 6-week #1 called Beer for My Horses. Okay? Through 6 years of that being both of our longest stay, I'd had 5-week #1s, he had had 5-week #1s. That stayed 6 weeks. Willie is looked upon in the liberal world as one of them. He's not a, you know, he would look at me as a conservative right guy. Ted Nugent would look at me as a pot-smoking hippie. You know what I'm saying? Because I've smoked pot twice in my life, maybe, right? So, Ted, you know, I know I'm in the middle somewhere, but that being said, for 5 years, nobody ever found anything offensive about Beer for My Horses. The second that I go on Stephen Colbert's show, and we did this by design. I didn't do Bill O'Reilly. I didn't do Sean Hannity. I didn't do all the right stuff. I didn't do Rush Limbaugh. I went to Alan Combs. I went to CNN. I did Glenn Beck. I did everybody at CNN and all that, knowing that that would create, for the movie, would create hype for the movie, knowing the bloggers would attack me. What I didn't think would happen is that they would take a song that was 6 years old and start posting on the internet sites hanging black people and Jews all of a sudden. You know what I mean? Now, on that same interview, the interview with Glenn Beck, Glenn Beck cuts his show up. He doesn't keep it in an entirety. So he asked me a question about Obama and being black, but he didn't pose the question on the show. And during the course of the thing, I said, I've got horn players that are black. I've had horn players, my band still do, they're black. I said, I have guys that come to my house that are ex-NBA and Oklahoma basketball stars. I said, I don't think you can look at Obama as just being a black dude. His mother's white, and he doesn't talk like the guys that I'm around. I think he looks very international when he goes. On the other hand, I think McCain is a good candidate too. So you have the best Democratic president opportunity since Bill Clinton, and you've got a great war veteran over here. So they need to pick their VPs, and we'll decide at the end of that who to vote for. The next day, the right wing puts out that I'm supporting Obama, and the left wing puts out that I'm a racist and that I want to hang black people. So, pick your headline. You know what I mean? When you see these things, people make money selling headlines. So there's guys that sit around and write headlines and throw them out there, and if the AP picks them up, they have to pay for them. So weeks later, I saw one that said, pro-lynching advocate supports Obama. It was all about me. So just know going in that that's what you're dealing with, and that it doesn't bother me. I'm big, I can handle it, it's on my shoulders, and that I use them to a certain degree, just like About the time that lynching thing got so hot that the people at Ford was going, what the hell's going on here? I went, has anybody looked at how good a candidate Obama is? And that took all the heat off the lynch. And guess what? I'll probably vote for McCain before it's over. So. Hey, I absolutely adore his vice president. She's so human, and she doesn't feel like a politician, and that I've grown to hate so bad on both sides. And right when the world needs unity and somebody human to come in and step in, nobody needs to be talking about qualifications. They need to be an American person first. You know what I'm saying? And she qualifies for that. I didn't come here today to spew my agenda on you guys. I'm just saying that when you read all that crap about me, just turn a deaf ear to it, because it's just haters. Can you believe that somebody sits around 24 hours a day at a PC and does nothing but breed hate like that? I mean, it's not worth your time. It's certainly not worth my time. So just don't believe what you read until you hear it from me, okay? But I want to thank y'all for 15 years and counting of my warriors. It took a long time. I tell